what a disastrous game two for the Knicks all the way around. First of all, Tom Thibodeau, what is he? This game was over at halftime. Maybe you let them play early third. Cavs just continued dominating. So this game was over, and he still, at the end of the game, had Brunson and Julius Randle playing. And Reggie Miller announcing the game was 100% right. There was no need for those two, the Knicks stars, to be in the game. Both guys had been dealing with injuries at the end of the regular season. I mean, Brunson a little bit, end of early March. Randall right at the end of the season. And that play at the end when Allen went up for the block on Randall and Randall landed awkwardly, that could have been disastrous. As it was, they took him to the back of took him, back to the locker room. So that I don't know what Thibodeau was thinking. This game was done. This game was done at halftime. Obviously, you see if you can make a run in the third. By the fourth quarter, it was garbage time, and he had Brunson and Randall in there, the two Knicks stars, two Knicks who have had injuries in the last month or last month and a half. So just bad job there by Thibs. Okay, and it could have cost them if Randall's injury was serious right at the end there. That play. Hopefully it's nothing. It was just precaution to send him back to the locker room, but they should not have been in the game. Second disaster for the Knicks was Jalen Brunson got outplayed by the Cavs point guard. Darius Garland was unstoppable today. That was really the biggest, apart from, well, give the Cavs credit. You knew they needed this game, and they were due for a game against the Knicks. The Knicks had won, counting game one, 4 straight overall. So the Cavs were due for a good game, and they came out on fire. Energy, they're the best defensive team in the league, and they played it tonight. They hounded the Knicks on defense. The big twin towers down low. Knicks couldn't even get a bucket. They were hounded everywhere, down low, at the perimeter. They gave nothing to the Knicks, and it was a very physical, hard-fought game, and they brought the energy. So you give the Cavs a lot of credit. The problem for the Knicks, though, is Garland. They could not stop Garland. They could not stop Darius Garland. They are younger than the Knicks, and he just blew by them. He blew by them on offense, created for his teammates, and he sat out the end of the game. He had a t-shirt on most of that fourth quarter. If he had played, who knows what his totals could have been. He dominated this game. Darius Garland was clearly the player of the game, and if their point guard is going to be the best player on the court and outplay Jalen Brunson, the Knicks are in trouble. Now it's one game. He wasn't that good game one. I'm assuming, the Knicks will, back in the Garden, they're going to do a better job with him because, Donovan Mitchell he played a supporting role today. It was Garland running the show, and the Knicks just had no answer. And it wasn't just him scoring. He was creating. He was just driving to the hoop, getting in the paint, kicking it to the others, and it was a dominant performance. And that's an issue for the Knicks because you have to, obviously Mitchell's the focus. He's one of the great postseason players in recent history, but now you got Garland to deal with. And I mentioned it yesterday. Both teams are relatively young, but the Cavs are really young. And even in game one, whenever the Knicks, there was a turnover or a missed shot, they ran, and they really ran up and down the court. And the Knicks had a hard time getting back with them. The Knicks won game one because they bullied the Cavs. But the Cavs proved to be the quicker team, and that today was glaring. Their quickness was a big trouble for the Knicks. So I'm very interested about tomorrow, or game 3, which I believe is Friday night. Hart, the hero, he was my player of the game one, was not good tonight. Hart was not good tonight, and Grimes, another primary defender, had all sorts of trouble. So their defense has got, and I expect it will, back in the Garden, there will be more intensity, but you couldn't ignore how fast Garland was and how quick he was and how much trouble he gave the Knicks. Another big issue tonight, big disastrous moment, was the Knicks bullied the the Cavs in game one. Randall, there's a great scene I saw someone posted on Twitter where he just used his big butt on a free throw rebound and just knocked Mobley to the ground. And even the one of the early plays in the game, Randall, there was a loose ball and Randall grabbed it out of, I think it was Mobley's hands. And I thought, all right, bully ball. That's what Randall, that's what they do down low. You know, they got Randall. They got Mitchell Robinson, arguably the best offensive rebounder in their league. Hartenstein's a great backup center. But you know what? Today, the Cavs wanted it more, and they were even better in the paint. They out-rebounded the Knicks. Okay, Jared Allen and Mobley were phenomenal today. Defense, offense, they were just active. And even when the Knicks got the ball down low, they had a lot of trouble getting easy hoops. So again, the Cavs were somewhat due to win this game. Everyone knows this was going to be a close series, so you don't want to go too nuts on game just over one game. But there are some worrying signs. All right, starting with Darius Garland. That to me is a worry because him and Mitchell in the backcourt, they're tough to guard. And with the Cavs defense as strong as it is, you know the Knicks, Knicks can't shoot to begin with. So they're gonna have to play defense. They played good defense in game one. And that's gonna be an issue game two. Hopefully, Garland, this was just his night, and he is a good player, but tonight he was just unstoppable. Last point I'm going to make is Emmanuel Quickley. You know, the Knicks' strength is their bench, and their best bench player, I mean, Hart's more of an all-around glue player, but Quickley coming off the bench has been such a difference for them all season. You think back to that big win they had in Boston, how Quickley just took over at the end of the fourth and in overtime. Quickley's done nothing these first two games. I know he had, I think, 12 points today, but a lot of it was garbage time at the end. He's been a non-factor this whole series. The Knicks bench is key, and Quickley's the heart of that bench. So we'll see. We'll see if Quickley can wake up game three. We'll see if the Knicks can slow down the Cavs guards. And we'll see who wins the battle of the bigs. All right. Cavs won tonight. Knicks bullied them game one. So great series. We knew this was going to be a tight series. I still feel the Knicks are the better all-around team because, for example, LeVert was on fire today. He was on fire and gave the Cavs bench a huge boost. I think Quickley's been a better player than LeVert, and that's going to happen game three, back in the Garden. So I'm really looking forward to it. Give credit to the Cavs. They needed the game tonight. They brought the energy on offense. Garland ran things. They brought the energy on defense. Garland ran things on offense, and they destroyed the Knicks in every area. We expected a close series. We've got a close series. The biggest adjustments I would make between this game and game three, I would just make sure you cut down on your three-point shooting. I actually mentioned this. This was my prediction. I thought if the Knicks were going to lose tonight, it's because they were going to shoot too many threes, and they did. All right, that plays right into the Cavs' hands. You miss threes, and you let them run with their young, fast guards. Let me just get the stats up here with the Knicks threes. Let me just see team stats. Knicks, 24%. The Cavs shot 42%. All right, 7 of 29. That's just too many threes for the Knicks. They're not a three-point shooting team. So less threes, more drives to the hoop, and slow the pace down, okay? Slow the pace down, just like game one, where Brunson was in control of the game. It was in his hands, and he was running things. That's what it's got to be like. An up-and-down game favors these young Cavs. One game, you give the Cavs their credit, but you expect the Knicks to come out on Friday with the Garden rocking, to play at their pace and to play their style of ball. Slow, physical, and get in that paint. and try and bully the Cavs a little bit more. Don't shoot as many threes.